someone roll a car
Mm.
when I was younger.
Oh, so that's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's damage from that or what, but yeah, they're just investigating to figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, yeah, all right. I
Yeah,
hear that. So it
feeling
sounds like there's a lot of
wow.
stress going on at the same time.
Yeah, and renovating the house and
Mm.
lots
It's
of
all
things.
good. It's all good. All when all done, then you could enjoy the house even
Yeah,
more.
so that would be nice after 10 years of rearranging rooms and um
I hear you. I hear you.
out for having more children and
I
you know
know.
making things work. Yes, it would be nice to finally be sorted,
Mm.
settled, and yeah,
So you have three kids, is that right?
yeah, yeah.
So how old are they?
I have a 10-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
Wow. Yeah. It's all different stages.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the 7 days soul journey. How has that, come along? You finished your last watching the last recording.
Yeah, so yeah, it was really good. I think, reinitiating just to take the moments and be more present in the now, is really good. Um, yeah, trying to make more time, I guess, for me and having some downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it's good. The getting up in the mornings hasn't really been happening because my children have been jumping into bed with me and I haven't really been sleeping.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, that
um,
yeah,
but
yeah. That's why I say I offer the game plan. When I teach over 15 people, it's like what is the core, and then everyone will slightly have a shift. That's why
yeah,
the 90-day game plans is important after the soul journey program. Mm.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what is it that you find it difficult to wake up a little like 15 minutes early? If you find it difficult to wake up earlier in that sense.
Yeah, I suppose it's just not getting much sleep with my kids. So I just feel like I always wake up exhausted. I've just started on a healthy hormone program, so working with a dietitian and naturopath, um, to just try and improve everyone's sleep across the board to help me, I suppose.
Mm.
And yeah, just doing some dietary changes and stuff like that. I've been diagnosed with fatty liver, so
Mm.
I've been working on that, and doctors don't really seem that concerned with things. So I
Mm.
just, for me, went to someone that is a little bit more concerned and is going to give me a bit more advice. And so yeah, just lots of stuff, I guess, going on.
Interesting. No, I'm glad that you're engaging help because some people say, "Oh, just do it myself," but like knowing that just this 2 millimeters shift that you can see the difference.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what have you noticed after like being more like learn from the program is like being more present to give myself more time. What are the differences that have you noticed?
Probably just more enjoyment. Um, you know, being able to let some things go to, yeah, be more involved with the kids and things like that. Just be more present in the moment. Really,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah. Good. All right. So this life is become more ease and flow, isn't it?
Sorry, that was
Like the
break.
enjoyment that you find like life is more okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Now can you hear me clearly?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Better.
Okay. So it's like everyday life become more ease and flow for you. Even though it's the same amount of work, but it seems like it's smoother.
Yeah,
It's like traveling along.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Fantastic. All right. So the next 90 days, what do you think you want to? What can you see yourself in 90 days?
um, being a little bit more organized, I think. The half of the extension should be done, so we should be able to move the girls in and set them up in their bedrooms and um, you know, kind of just, yeah, trying to feel a little bit more settled and
Mm.
stuff. That's probably my biggest thing at the minute. Yeah, health wise, just feeling like I'm on the right track. Hopefully getting some answers from the MRI.
Definitely, definitely. But has the problem been like ongoing, or is just the recent years? How long has the
Uh,
problem been going for with?
Probably the last year, really. So the doctor reckons holding the kids and everything has caused the issues. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I can feel there's some anxiousness there, isn't it? Like you're feeling anxious, or what might it be?
yeah. Yeah. Just want answers, really.
Mm, mm,
I saw a different doctor in the same practice, and she pretty much felt like, oh well, that's it. Learn to live with it. I was
mm,
like, okay, like that left me a little bit, I don't know, upset, depressed.
mm.
So
Yeah,
yeah, seeing my normal doctor and him actually wanting to investigate a bit more was a lot better for me. Trying to figure out what the hell's going on and
yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So then, learn to is not just live with it. It's just like, well, I'll leave it as that because the result hasn't came out.
yeah,
Whichever way, praise God that you're still functioning. Is like, is the sensation is not there. Okay. But then how much, what's the percentage of impacting on your daily functioning? That's where we come to terms with it.
yeah, and that's what I was saying to I'm seeing a therapist as well, and that's what I was saying. I drop things, but I still do. Like, some days there's more pain than others, but you don't. I
Yeah.
can't stop.
Mm, mm.
So
Yeah.
just going along.
Yep. So it's
Yeah.
not to ignore the medical advice, but it's when we take the medical advice, what are the holistic approach? Because you're working with a dietitian, you're
Mm,
working, a natural path. They are quite alternative at the time as well. So you watch the last recording, like I bought on the NT center, how it can help us, because there's a lot of people out there are ready to guide you as well. But like that is, I'm putting everything together to help
yeah,
you to see where we could be heading. Okay.
yeah.
So you're definitely looking at understand the diet is helping. In terms of activities, how active are you?
Not as active as I would like.
So you used to be active before children's, or?
Yeah, even with kids, I was quite active. I suppose just being stuck at home, and I find it hard to walk the dog and all the kids at the same time because I can't really hold the dog with my hand. Pull that off, and my eldest child doesn't want to help as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit tricky. Um, and then yeah, like I would like to get up earlier and walk before the kids are awake, but it just seems to happen when I'm not sleeping through the night. So it's just a rough patch at the minute. It will definitely get better.
Mm, yeah.
I still, like yesterday, we spent the day gardening and moving stuff around so we can have the new paving field and things like that. So it
Mm,
still get stuff done.
yeah.
Just
Yep. Okay. So what
probably
I'm hearing, yep,
step
gone.
off.
Mm. Yeah. What I'm hearing you is like, you talk on what we have mentioned in the program, where like wake up early, be active, doing different
Mm,
things, and I'll be on the right track. But we just have to be realistic. You have three kids, 10, 5, and 2. Okay. So
hmm.
if not, they all are at school. I mean, your 5 probably at prep now, but
Yeah.
then like they still very much need they it's not even end of March. Have they started like full week already? Like normally they have a Wednesday off. Yep.
No, so she's in pre-primary this year, so it's full days for her.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. But then you still have a 2 years old. Like
Yeah.
looking after 2 years old at home, and there's so many other things. As you say, oh, then there's gardening need to be done. So physically you're exhausted. It might not be exercise at a form, but you are moving.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
not like moving leisurely off. Oh, I just went paddleboarding yesterday morning before I came back to work. But then
Yeah.
the fact is you are doing housework. That is physical activities already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Let alone 3 kids and a husband, and your husband work 10 hours a day. Is that correct? Like you mentioned
yeah,
that. Yeah. So,
yeah. Runs his well for his own business, so yeah, quite
yeah, wow.
a lot of
Own business means it's not just running 10 hours. When he come home, then he will be like, I got to catch up the invoice also, and so need to talk to
oh,
me, it doesn't stop.
phone a million times a day, and yeah,
Yeah.
running around. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, own business is challenging. People say, "Oh, so nice to have your own business," but we own our business is like the thing is, are we working in the business or we actually working outside the business? Means we directing the business where they're going, but actually you have people doing it for you. But if you are actually doing it, is like I said, it's a glorified business as an employee because you are your own boss. You're a bit more flexible, but you still need to go to work. If you don't
oh,
go to work, you don't get paid.
yeah, that, yeah, and if people call in sick, then you're the one that goes in. So
I know, like, or you can call, around for an hour for someone to replace, but no one's like, nah, I got another commitment. Then
yeah,
what do you do as a business owner? Do you shut shop? It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have no one working today. Or it's like, no, if I shut shop, I lose thousands of dollars a day. So
yeah,
that's the challenge. And then you need to step in yourself as a partner to be supportive. But at the
yeah,
same time, you actually have four little people follow you. You have your dog, your 3 kids. Yeah. So we
oh,
need to be realistic that knowing that physically you are exhausted at the end of the night already.
yeah,
I'm so glad that you start to invest in yourself. Okay, even just 10 minutes, you notice the difference already. So it is like, how are we going to tailor make for you that we could not doing multiple things at the same time? Like when we walk the kids to school, okay, on the way back, is that something that you can push the pram with your 2 years old to do a little bit of jogging at the same time? Because the 2 years old can actually self entertain for a little bit for 10-15 minutes, isn't it?
uh,
If when they
yeah.
in the
At the
pram.
minute, she doesn't like being strapped in anywhere, so she doesn't really
Oh, okay.
like walks anymore. The pram,
Mm,
so it's
yeah,
yeah, a difficult stage at the minute.
yeah, yeah. The some people like to call the terrible two, but I call it like that it is only a phase. So then
Yeah,
you know how do
just
we find?
a rough patch at the minute. I know it will get better. It's just everything.
Yeah,
No, I suppose,
yeah,
and it's all good. We'll get through it.
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the hope. Everyone say, "Oh, hope everything will go better." Then, the fact is, but how about now? So
Yeah.
you mean I can't enjoy now? But because every stage you could enjoy your child. Like you have
Mm,
2 girls already, you know that there actually some enjoyment. Otherwise, you wouldn't keep having number three, isn't it? It was so
yeah.
difficult. Like, please don't. So that was, some of the good things. So when you think about it now, you're laughing. It's like actually, I quite enjoy it. It just
Yeah.
every child is so different. So we just need to find some activities that you could be active with him at the same time.
Mm, yeah.
Then in
Yeah.
connection with your son, sounds like with the boy, and then you be active in doing some really refreshing, not just being physically active in doing housework,
Yeah.
because that's different type of stress level that you have.
Yeah. 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 They're
Does that make
all
sense? So it's like,
right.
yeah. Because perfect beautiful weather now is like, would he like to run around the park? He might not like to walk, but if you have a ball, folding the ball with him, would he
Yeah.
be enjoy that?
No, so I have 3 girls.
Oh, sorry, 3 girls.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said he. Yeah.
Park and run around the park and stuff. She does like going on all the different equipment. I'm lucky we've got lots of very good parks around here.
Yeah. So
We're
how?
just
Yeah.
stuck at home with renovations and,
Mm,
you know,
mm.
trades coming and letting them in and letting them out and dealing with the dog and
Yeah.
everything. But yeah, it will get better. We still go out on weekends and, spend the weekend running around the park like last weekend. My
Okay.
partner was up too, so that was nice having him around.
Okay. So but it sounds like you're very organized. So what is it that you said my target is to be more organized? How does that picture look like for you?
Um, just having a spot for things and it living there for longer than a year. I think that's my biggest thing. We've each kid we've had to move rooms around or create more rooms in our house and build and alter and pack up a home office and things like that. So
Oh, yeah.
you know, we've definitely run out of space, which is why we're having a renovation. You
Mm.
know, finally get a playroom so there won't be toys, fingers crossed, all over my house.
Yeah, I hear
You
you.
know, I'll have a desk area to actually be able to sit and think and do my things rather than, you know, perking myself on the bed or on a bench, corner of a bench or something like that. So,
Yep. So your own space. That's what you're seeing. So when do you see? When has the renovation started, or the extension is going to finish?
yeah, so we're about halfway through. So the back part, we get carpets in on the weekend and we'll be able to start moving wardrobes in and stuff like that. And then it will just be the front part where I get my dream bathroom and things like that. So,
Oh, I think the
uh,
bathroom is more important than the workspace.
oh, yeah, I get a bath in there. I'm going to have two locks, so no one will be joining me in my bath.
I hear you. I hear you. I don't think you have been able to pee without another two eyes looking at you, isn't
Ah,
it?
I I know. So I said to my partner too, with more kids, I feel like now even you know, you'll sit next to me on your phone for an hour and I go to the bathroom and then you start looking for me. Like you could have asked me, you know, 10 minutes ago when I was sitting next to you. But no, I disappear and all of a sudden everyone needs me. I just want to pee and pee.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay, I hear you. So you really are on call 24/7.
yeah.
The four people in your life and your little pet.
Oh yeah.
So your 2 years old don't go to childcare at all?
No. No.
Mm. Yeah. So your kids have never gone to childcare or
No, my first did because I went back to work. Um, my second didn't because I was going to go back to work and then fell pregnant again. So then I haven't worked for
no?
5 years now.
Fair enough.
Um, yeah, so I've, you know, still have a job to go back to, but I just
Oh
haven't gone
wow.
back.
What job would that be when you go back?
I'm education assistant at a high school.
Ah, you enjoy that by the sounds of it?
Yeah, yeah, I do love it.
Yeah. Not long when all go to school, you probably that would be a great job to go back to. Would you say so? Or?
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at like I've got a degree in community services and youth work is my major, so I'm looking at different options and things.
Oh.
You know, would like to kind of go into more of a community area.
Mm,
I have to do with our local community centre.
mm,
I'm on their board, and you know have been utilising the centre since I had my first child. Um, so, you know, that really interests me. We've got a new centre being built, so that's amazing. We've been able to help make that happen for them. So yeah, there's a few things I'm looking at doing a little bit differently, but
mm.
just not quite sure at the minute what.
Well, there's so much work to be done for the young people.
Oh yeah,
And you got all the credential and experience already that you have been working in high school, and especially what you're saying that you've been working with high school kids that with special needs or
yeah,
like a bit on the fringe, those students. So
yeah,
this is very special skills that you have.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
I
mm,
like
fantastic.
about it.
Mm, mm. So would you mind, I'm just curious, would you mind if I ask you a question about like, um, when was the last time you and your partner have a date?
That probably
Sorry?
probably 10 years ago. No,
Okay.
it doesn't happen very often.
So it's not like at least once a month that, mother-in-law or your mom, whether your family support, that could come and just babysit the kids for 2 hours. You and your partner can go out, duck out even just for a drink. Mm.
Yeah, not really. I mean, my mum has been taking my youngest child during the day to try and help us get things done. So I suppose we've been spending a bit of time. You know, we have had a few lunches and things like that as of late. You know,
Very good.
what's going on with renos and being able to pick things out and stuff like that kid free, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm so glad that you have family help.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
That's been very blessed like that recently.
yeah,
But yeah,
but
not
yeah.
not often we get to go out.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But it's more like sounds like you're very task orientated. Like when there's something is needed to be done to need your focus, you ask your mom to help. But like you haven't asked like, oh, actually, mom, could you take our youngest that I can go for a spa or look for something to pamper myself. Have you done that? Like,
No, not really, but my mum doesn't really agree with wasting money on things like that, so I don't think it would be very supportive.
I hear you. So you only have your mom to support you in terms of like babysitting or like any in-laws or
No, not really, just pretty much
okay.
my
Yeah.
she's got she's old and got fibromyalgia, so she's got her own things going on. My dad hasn't been very well as of late, so
Okay.
there's
Also, your
been
mother hasn't been well as well.
him.
Your mother hasn't been well.
No, she's always not the greatest of health, but yeah, dad's always helped her more. But he's got a few things going on at the minute as well. So they
Mm,
offer to help when they can, and they do, which is wonderful. But I try not to, I guess, put too much on them.
mm, mm. Okay. Understood. Understood. But I hear something that when you say my mother doesn't believe in spending money like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. How much do you think that has impact on your thinking?
Um, I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Like, I do spa nights with my kids when my partner's away on weekends. So I really love essential oils and making my own things. So we
Fantastic.
do foot spas and face masks and stuff like that at home.
Mm.
It's not as relaxing, I suppose, as going by yourself and getting pampered, but it's still a lot of fun. The girls love it.
Yeah, that's great. That's a start. That's a start. That's a start. But like, what I hear is like the challenge is like, in terms of spending time for yourself or even spending money on your own. It's not that you don't, but when was the last time you really just splurge on yourself? Like, I go for a spa, like a 3-4 hour spa and massage and facial, or just go on a
Oh.
very nice dinner, pampering myself.
Uh, Probably my 40th when my partner took me for a spa for a present.
Lovely, lovely. I'm glad that he did that. Your partner is so supportive. But the fact is,
Yeah.
do we just need to wait for on our special day? It's my 40th, my big 40.
Yeah.
Then you want to see that my next being big day spoil is my 50th. Or it's just like I can spoil myself anytime that I wish.
Yeah.
Which would you like to? Yeah. So there are some limiting belief. I'm sorry. Like I think I just feel a little of shock. It's like, oh, okay. Like that's something that I'm unaware of. Not that it's a bad thing. It's good that for your mom generation, they really look after well their money and make sure that you have everything that you need.
Mm. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But right now, the generation is different. It's not like, go and spend all the money before you earn it. But the fact is, partner is doing well, you guys could extend your house, but then it's like, now you learn to slowly to invest time into yourself. Is what other investment I could do for myself? It's good that you have essential oil, but as you say, no, you know, it's good to have essential oil too. I love essential oil, I'm crazy about it. But
Mhm.
the fact is, what else I could do to just pamper myself and I come back as a new person, a
Yeah.
better mom, better wife, better me. Yeah. How does that sound? Is that something that you see, like besides being more organized in 90 days, that would you like to see that in terms of your mindset, you could be shift from there?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Good. So, have your partners noticed the difference since you have done your 7 days? Like, have you shared with him that, oh, I'm doing this program for the 7 days soul journey?
Uh, not really, I suppose. Um, yeah, no, not really.
Mm, okay, that's fine. All right. So now the 90s day game plan is, yes, one thing is to be more organized.
Hmm.
In 90 days, would you like to see yourself that, the radiant self, like knowing how to invest in ourselves? Like, it's not like we have to spend every single cent in our bank, but knowing the self love, the self care, that you put yourself first so that you can pour back into your kids, into your husband, into the family. So, would that be the goal for yourself?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so what would be the first step then for you to step onto?
Um, yeah, I just
Not quite sure. It's
no.
quite new to you, isn't it? This concept is like investing into myself. Besides education, it's like there's other things to invest into ourselves. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right. So I'm wondering, like, you have, hired a dietitian. Have you thought of hiring a coach for yourself?
Not really. No.
Hmm. What would be the reason that you haven't thought of it, or like, this is also new to me?
Um, oh no, I've looked at, like, I have friends that have had coaches for different periods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, so I have been, I guess, aware. Um, I guess, finances for us are quite a big thing. Everything's a bit tight at the minute with the reno, stuff like that. You know, um, yeah, it's probably my biggest hurdle, really.
So finance is the main thing. So
Yeah,
let's look at not what you need to spend, but look at the return of investment
yeah,
of helping you to become confident in your everyday life, in knowing where you're heading, in knowing that you could build a business instead of returning to high school to teach. And when you build a business, that is the business is working around your lifestyle.
yeah, yeah.
Mm, mm, okay.
Is yeah something that I'd probably look at. I need to get um I guess I just need to get my health stuff organized first, which is
Mm,
financially costing a fair bit. So
of course, that's important.
yeah, ticked off. I feel like I'd probably be in a better space financially and emotionally to
Mm,
try and start then working on
yeah.
other aspects of my life a bit more.
I hear you. I can hear that you're valuing, every help that you could get is going to be helpful. Okay, but
Yeah,
like
it's very
with the
recent.
next path and the nutritionist to help you to work on your mindset as well.
Mm.
Okay, good. All right. So basically, you're saying that you have someone to help you out. Okay, that's more from. All right. So have you had a chance to look at the last page of the investment of the program that you could work with me in the future?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Could I
Yeah.
show you what it would look like? Because the timing might not be now, but more likely it is like, sometime in the future that you could think about that, like what you could do of
Yeah.
what you're doing. Okay. So the 12-week course is not about just the weekly call. Because on my online library, there will be actually classes that you can go to, listen at your own time. So it's not a fixed time, but it's even with the weekly call, we have recording as well. All right.
Yeah.
So that is going to help you to set yourself up to be confident, to be
Hmm.
radiant, and to have a good relationship with your family, and friends and yourself, the most important, and be able to reign in your own domain that, how could I be like, the employee of people just want me to headhunting to their company, or I will have a business is help me to build wealth creation at the same time is building around my lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that also include the 4 days, 1 day immersion within the first 12 months. So it's the whole day event that when you come, you actually help you to refine all the skills that you have learned throughout the 12-week, which is a 90 days program. This cycle, we are working on, as I explained in the course, we need to understand our body cycle, not just the 28 days, but every quarter, every season, our body will shift, our mind will, and how could we be able to move forward at the same time. And then you also get one-on-one coaching, all right? And then in the private Facebook group that you have seen the 7-day soul journey, that how we have community that we are, here for one another. So when we have, this is a different group. When you go in, you get to know the ladies, and then we are there for each other, and we're there not just, to support, but we also could learn from one another. Because everyone's actually different walk of life. That is very important. And then you actually get unlimited support for SMS, text, or WhatsApp, depends on which app that you are preferred to. Okay, so the investment is 997, but it's like you need to pay upfront. We could work on a payment plan as well. So I thought like today I'll just explain to you what it might look like for your investment when you are ready to invest into yourself.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely out of my price range at the minute, but in the future, it's something I'd probably definitely look at.
Yeah, great. Like, as I said, I'm here to support and serve the community. So, something that you will know, what is coming up. Then, of course, with the renovation and investing into your health, I'm so happy that you actually, starting
Thank
to
you.
look at your health. And then, it's the next step. So how you to step up, because kids will grow up and will be yourself and your husband. Then do we wait till then you start to building a stronger relationship, or like we actually can start today?
Yeah.
I agree with you. And also investing into yourself is like, it's not like we have to wait till our kids to grow up before you invest into yourself. So there will always something. That's why this 90-day game plan that I'm looking at is like, there's some mindset need to be help you to shift, but it's the time that when you're ready. Is I'm sorry, like I think I might have just shocked you. It's like how often you invest into yourself, and money is a big matter here. It's like I'm sure you guys are doing well, but the fact is when it comes to looking at investing in money into yourself, that's a bit of a blockage there.
Yeah. I guess we're probably not doing as well as you think. We're doing all right. It's COVID's hit us hard, but we'll get there.
Well, it does. But after COVID, like after the 2 years, your business still standing. I know a lot of businesses suffer.
Yeah.
But you guys have done well. You definitely have put away money to do your renovation. How many people actually like, oh, we need to that for the emergency? So you're doing better than you think. But
Yeah.
at the same time, as I said, there are limiting belief. I'm just being direct. So that's why I asked, may I be, there's some limiting belief there that is the blockages. You're actually doing better than you think, but you actually think that you are doing worse than you are. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So look after yourself, because the stress with the nerve and things like that, a lot is about like stress induced, because that's why I asked like how long the problem been happening, because as you say, if it was an accident long time ago, what is the reason it's only happening in the last 12 months? Then we need to look at what happened in the last 12 months, because during the pandemic a lot of us are actually going through a lot of stress. So
Yeah.
okay. Now, any questions so far? As I pointed to you, sounds like your next 90 days game plan is really look at how you could invest. I'm not saying like spend every penny, but what is it that you deserve? You deserve it. Actually, I'll leave this way. I deserve. Good thing. Remember the affirmation, like say it until you believe. You deserve it. Just like this is so important. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's important to write down to remember, because after you hang up your 2 years, it'll be like, mommy,
Yeah.
like, oh, what did I talk to Catherine about? Because I would hate to to see that this is, not useful to you after the call, because your time is precious, spending 40 minutes with me. I want you to take away, something. So what is the biggest takeaway for you, on this call?
Probably just, I deserve good things too. Just penciling in time for myself and making sure I stick to it, really.
Fantastic. All right, good then. Okay, so may I ask you one big favor? Could I send you a testimony framework? Like, do you think you will be able to do a video testimony for me, or you prefer to do just like do a post for me?
Probably just a post. I'm not brave enough to do a Facebook Live. I know I need to, but
Yeah, we'll get there. That's why I say, the 90-day game, but like, as I say, we all are very different. So it's not like definitely where you're heading in the 90 days, but like as you say,
yeah,
just getting, with this and flowing the household, because our state is very important.
yeah.
Okay, so I sent you the framework, so that you'll be able to type it up for me, and and I think I'll see you at my time 7 p.m. tonight again on the sound off.
Yeah, trying to get there. It's when I'm putting kids to bed and stuff, but I might chuck them on something for half an hour so I can come.
Yeah, definitely. That is really therapeutic as well. So that's what I'm doing
Yeah,
to make sure that our community is like enjoying it. All right,
yeah.
I better let you go. So
You're
look
welcome.
after yourself. Don't be a stranger. Just text me, and I'll help you to move forward from there.
Okay, thank you so much, Catherine.
You're welcome. Look after yourself.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.